Aloha mai kako, Keolamau now with our extended weekly rhythm. So, as mentioned before, we are getting into a place where things are really starting to be established. The foundation that we've been building over the last several months in terms of the connection that we have to ourselves. You know, those aspects in terms of moving into that place and space of essence, really tying to our true core values and really being able to connect more so intuitively with the depth and breadth of who we truly are. Now, with this foundation set, we're starting to establish a framework. Last week we talked about this concept of inspired action, right? What is it that truly gets us lit? What really gets us into a place of feeling connected and aligned? And that aspect of self-expression. We're beginning to fully realize and actualize what is indeed our very legacy for being here, our calling, our purpose. And in that, we're beginning to have a better feel for it, right? Whereas we've established a foundation, now the structure begins to come up. And we're getting more connected to what that vision, what that mission that we have is, and what that legacy work looks like. In the occultist, it's talked about as the magnum opus, right? It's like this tome, this book of knowledge. It's pouring all of our wisdom, all of our knowingness, all of our energy, all of our life force energy, which is key to this right now, into a work of art. Now, as we get into this place this week, over the next 3 weeks, we're really going to continue to see that. Last week with that energy coming in from the CME, that coronal mass ejection, with spikes coming up in the Schumann resonance, there was a lot of energy to boost, to move us in there. So what's happened over the last week or so, we really want to be aware of. Where have we felt inspiration? Where have we felt depleted? Where is that area of inspiration that we continue to look at renewal? Those ties to our own personal connection, and from that intrapersonal connection and relationship, how does that tie into how we really want to be more outward focused? How is it that we want to share ourselves with the world? Because that indeed is where we want to be intending and really placing our attention upon. So as we come into this week now, we're really getting into more of that aspect of inspired action. However, not just a matter of a glimpse of it, not just a glean of it. We really want to start to make this a discipline, because more likely than not, where we currently are is not a place of being continually inspired, right? We're still in that in-between, between ego and essence, persona and presence. And so as we really begin to tip that scale, to push our awareness further into those aspects of true connectivity, of depth and breadth of connection to self, then inevitably our days begin to change. And we want to see that. We want to be able to connect more so with where we feel connected. And so as we really begin to look at that, we want to put more energy into where we are uplifted, where we are renewed, and where we are inspired, and begin to reallocate this energetic budget that we have into a place that really is more connected, more aligned, more fulfilling, and ultimately more in a place of service. So as we move in that direction, continue to just check in, see where the decisions that you make hit. Is it something that hits in our head, meaning that it makes rational sense? Is it something that hits in the heart? There's an emotional response. Or is it someplace that hits in your na'au, in your gut? Because those are the ones we want to follow. Those are the ones that indeed we want to really allow in, to also move towards, and to begin to actualize as well. Spend time in really just offering a little more discernment in your actions, in your decisions, and see what moves from there and how better that flows. Love and aloha, take care, and ahui ho.